So in this video, we will learn how to control the brightness and color of RGB LEDs to any color that you want, connected with our XIAO ESP32 C6 board via Matter protocol using Amazon's ecosystem. So hey everyone, this is Sachin Soni and you are watching the 5th episode of our ESP32 Matter series, and in this series, my goal is to make you all ready to build your own Matter-ready IoT hardware, which I truly believe is the future of smart home devices. So in our last video, we learned how to build our own Matter-ready temperature and humidity sensor using DHT11 connected with the XIAO ESP32 C6 board to monitor real-time temperature and humidity of the room using Home Assistant's ecosystem. So if you want to learn how to build our own Matter-ready smart sensor and how to integrate with the Home Assistant's network, where you should definitely watch out the last episode, whose link you can find in the description of this video. Okay, so here is the complete code that we're going to use for the episode 5 of this project, and now let me make you understand how this code works. Okay, so first of all, I have mentioned all the necessary libraries and the boards package version that I have used for testing this code here. So make sure you follow the same version to replicate this complete code on your side. Later, starting with the libraries, so here we have used the Matter library, which is kind of mandatory for all the Matter related projects. Then Adafruit NeoPixel.h library, which is responsible for controlling the RGB or the addressable RGB LEDs. And lastly, preferences.h, which is responsible for storing the data into NVS, or we can say non-volatile storage. Later, we are doing the NeoPixel configuration, like on which pin it is connected. In my case, it is D2, and how many number of pixels it's connected. So for demo, I'm using just 2 pixels. In case you have more number of pixels connected together, you can increase the number here as well. Later after that, we are using the variables for storing the data into NVS. Further, we have declared a pixels object for Adafruit_NeoPixel class, which is again responsible for NeoPixel LED control. And here we have declared color light object for Matter color light class. Okay, so here this is basically a Matter endpoint, you can say, and the class here is Matter color light, which was previously just Matter on off light. So on off light is for just simple light turn on and off, and the color light is for this RGB LED. Okay, later after that, we have declared one more object for preferences. This is again responsible for non-volatile storage, and this time we have declared 2 different character pointers for the NVS, because here we are storing 2 different values. One, whether the light is turned on or off last time, and secondly, what was the color last time. These 2 values we need to store into the non-volatile storage. So next time we turn it up, it can turn on and off and can turn on to a particular color which it was before powering the device off, basically. Okay, next is button configuration. So again, this time as well, we are using the boot pin as the button pin, which is responsible for 2 tasks. One is to turn on and off the light manually, and other is to decommission the device. Okay, then the button related necessary variables, we can skip that. Now comes the callback function, which is set light state, which I'll discuss by the end of this complete code explanation. Let's just skip to directly the setup part. So in the setup, beginning the serial communication, pin mode, button pin as input, beginning the NeoPixel LEDs, later beginning the non-volatile storage. And after beginning the non-volatile storage, we are first of all reading the last data stored in it. Okay, and as I said previously, we are storing 2 different data, the on-off state and the color state in HSV. Now here, when I talk about the color of LED, there are 2 terms mentioned. One is HSV, other is RGB. HSV stands for hue saturation value, and RGB it's like red, green, blue. So whenever we are storing the color data, we are storing it in the HSV format. And whenever we want to pass on that color data to the NeoPixel LEDs, we are giving it in the RGB format. So that is the thing which you need to understand. So as I said, we are retrieving the HSV color value from preferences.h, and later we are beginning the color light object with the last on-off state and last HSV color value that we have just retrieved. After that, we are providing the callback function as set light state. That means whenever there is some change coming from the Matter hub, this function is responsible for making sure all the changes are done on the hardware side. I'll discuss by the end of the code, as I said. Lastly, we are beginning the Matter, which is responsible for Matter related services. And here, now we are checking whether device is commissioned or not. So in case it's already commissioned, it will say Matter ready, and it will just update the current state of the light to the Matter hub. In case it is not connected before, it will directly go to the loop part, and as it is not matter commissioned, it will just print out the manual pairing code and the QR code using which we can pair this matter device with our matter hub. Until and unless it is not paired, it is stuck here, and once it is paired, again we are syncing the current LED state with the matter hub to make sure everything is synced with each other. Lastly, comes the button handling part. As I said, the button has two different tasks. One is the short press button, which is responsible for toggling the state of the LED, and one is the long press button, which is responsible for decommissioning the device. Decommissioning means disconnecting this device with the current matter hub and connecting it with the other hub, or maybe with the same hub as well. Okay, so that's the complete code, and now we are left with the callback function. Okay, so as I said, whenever any data coming from the matter hub, this function will be called, and if I show you what's inside this function, then first of all, it is taking two different input parameter. One is the state, one is the color HSV. It's pretty understandable. State means on or off, HSV means the color of the light. And as I said in between the code explanation, that to pass on the color data to the NeoPixel LED, we need to pass it on RGB format. So that's why first of all we are calling a function which is HSV color to RGB color, kind of a conversion which is happening here. So we are converting the HSV value to the RGB value. And lastly, if the state is on, that means if the LED is turned on, it will just print out the data onto the serial monitor, and if it's turned off, it will just say light off. Then we are segregating the RGB value, and lastly we are passing on that RGB value to the NeoPixel LED with the help of this function. Okay, and after passing it on, we make sure that we save the on off state, and we make sure that we save the HSV value as well. So that was all about this code which helps us to control the NeoPixel LED via matter protocol. Now I will straight away select the right board and COM port and make sure the configuration are set to erase all flash as enabled and partition scheme as UJPP. And now I'll just hit the upload button, and once the code get uploaded, I'll show you how to connect it with the matter hub. Okay, so after successfully uploading the code on the serial monitor, we get to see the pairing code and the QR code URL, which will be useful for pairing this device with the matter ecosystem. And for this particular video, I'm showing you the demo again with the help of the Amazon's ecosystem. For that, first of all, open up the Amazon Alexa mobile application, click on plus and click on device. Now here, as you can see, it already shows one option on the top, connect your matter device. So I'll tap directly here, click on next and click on yes. Now it's asking whether we want to scan the QR code or use the numeric code. So I'll go with the numeric code instead, and now enter code. And here I'll type the code which is shown here on the serial monitor. After that, I'll click on next and click on connect. Now here, in this case, make sure that this device, the matter device and the matter hub, which is this Alexa Echo Dot, should be close to each other. Tap on yes, and the device found and connected. Perfect. Click on next. Okay, so this time it didn't ask to enter the name, rather it automatically added the name as a first light, but all the time it was asking me to rename the device. But anyways, let's try to test if this works or not. So I'll try to turn off the light from here, and yes, the light got turned off. And now let's just turn it back on. And yes, not just on and off, but we can also change the color of our choice. So if I tap on red, the light should change to red. And yes, it did. Similarly, I can tap on green, and it worked. And we do have a color wheel or color chart as well, so we can choose any of the color from this particular option to this one. And let's try to change it to somewhere between yellow and orange. Okay, it's working. And not just with the mobile app, but we can also change through the speaker with our voice commands as well. Let's try it out. Alexa, change color of first light to blue. Perfect. It was pretty fast with the Alexa. Alexa, change the color of first light to yellow. Perfect, it's working. And not just the color, but we can also change the brightness of the light as well. And as you can see, it dimmed the light, and we can do the same with the help of the voice commands. Alexa, change the brightness of first light to 100%. And let's just check on the mobile application. Yes, 100% brightness increased, and the real-time feedback we also got to see on the application. And we do have manual control as well, but this is just for turning on and off the LED. So here, if I press the B button, as you can see, the light got turned off and we got the status reflected here. And if I turn the button once again, the light got turned on, the status is reflected here once again. So we have option to control the lights, like turn it on and off, but don't have any manual control on the hardware side to change the bright or change the color of the lights. So yeah, that was all about this episode where we learned how to integrate addressable RGB LED with the XIAO ESP32 C64 to control its brightness and color via Matter protocol. And now in the next episode, we're gonna learn how to make our own smart Matter motion sensor, using which you can not only control other Matter-based devices but can also trigger alerts or alarms based on that Matter sensor. So don't forget to subscribe the channel right now if you don't want to miss out the upcoming episode of the series. And also let me tell you one more thing, go get your XIAO ESP32 C6 board right now to follow all the projects that we're gonna make in this entire Matter-based series. And the XIAO C6 board is available for sale on our website techiesms.com, whose link you can find in the description of this video. And in case if you watched this video carefully, then you may have seen one unique coupon code with the help of which you can get exclusive discount on the purchase of the C6 board. And yes, don't forget to share your thoughts or suggestions about this Matter series down in the comment section of this video, and help us to reach to maximum people out there by liking the video and giving it a hype. And let's teach everyone about Matter protocol. And yeah, with that being said, I am just ending this video here and now. Just wait for my next video, and then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.